Before this video starts, I just want to say that in this video, there is a long conversation that is to do with somebody taking their own life. So if that is something that upsets you or hurts you, you can always skip this video and come back to the next one. I'm really loving this game and I hope you guys are enjoying it too. But I also want to make sure that everyone is always looking out for themselves. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Homer, and this is the 100-line Last Defense Academy, and I laid down and relaxed my mind until the time we agreed upon arrived. Once it was time for the school bus to leave, I slowly got myself out of bed. Almost time, guess I should head for the parking lot. We're about to head for probably the most dangerous mission we've ever done, but we have to get Ima back. There's no other way of looking at it. Now, it's so interesting to me as well, when I reloaded the game, what the game does, and actually, like, it's maybe probably for the best that they do this, they actually send you to the start of whatever scene you were in. So say if I save here, it will send me back to here. But let's say, like, since I saved during the line of dialogue before the end of that scene, it actually sent me back to the start of the scene where you're supposed to talk to Nozomi. Which, again, I think they probably do that to, like, you know, make sure there's, like, no complications with that stuff, and it just makes sense. But I was like, wait, I already did this, but no, it's fine. Yeah. For a second, I thought there was, like since, you know, obviously, like, I play this game every few days for the channel and stuff like that, so I thought, like, maybe, oh, like, was there another conversation I was supposed to have with Nozomi? But no, it was actually just like the way it loads the game. So, oh, Kurata's here. Is there anyone else hanging around? No. Very worried about Nozomi as well, by the way. Check over here. Yeah, the map I find, like, for me, like, if I look at the map here, that tells me she's here, but they actually sometimes, it's a general area. You know what I mean? They're in a general area of where they are. They might just be over here. It's all up to you. Don't screw it up. That is... Kurata muttered a warning under her breath and turned to the left. To me, that is like... For Kurata, that is the definite... That is like basically like a pat on the back. that is like... That is the closest you're going to get to any like affection from Kurata. Honestly. Yeah, it's a worrying mission. It is a worrying mission, but like I am, you know, at a stage where like I'm willing to go into the depths of absolute hell to save any of these guys. And especially Ima. Like, I'm going to do it. Let's take a good look at the crew. We have a good crew here. Like, in fairness, like, in terms of, like... Wait. Everyone's already here? It's okay talking. I told everyone I'm coming too. That's good, but... Yeah, I was wondering, okay, Kyoshika was here, because I was like... Because it was already a great crew, but, like, if you're coming too, like, we're sorted. Lady Kurata asked me to come... No way. Kurata did? Lady Kurata happened to run to Lady Nozomi and heard that she was headed to the enemy base. But Lady Nozomi is still recuperating, so Lady Kurata asked me to accompany her for a concern for her health. Oh my god. No, we know Kurata cares about Nozomi. We know this is true. Like, this is not something that's so surprising, you know, but it's still a very, beautiful moment, right? Like, we know she cares about Nozomi. Is that okay? I thought Kurata was opposed to the weakening the Academy's defenses too much. I think her admiration for Nozomi probably trumps it. Lady Kurata told me, leave this place to us and protect Nozomi. So, can we, like, first of all, that's, like, freaking, like... amazing that you would even say this, but again, like, you know what I mean, like, this is Kurata. Kurata cares so much about Nozomi, and we've known this, right? We've known this. How about that? The tomato girl can actually be nice sometimes. Kurata, Kyoshika, thank you. Yeah, looking out for Nozomi quite a bit here. Are you reading from the up to this, Nozomi? Shouldn't you be taking it easy? Oh no, I just committed sexual assault by asking a girl about her body. I'll be biting my tongue until I choke and die as an apology. Shoba, like, literally not one person was going to take it that way at all. Please. Knock it off, Shoma. We don't have time for that. I'm doing just fine. I won't slow you down, so take me with you. Having you here is reassuring. With this many of us, I'm sure we can overcome any difficulty. Then let's go. Let's get going. Let's go rescue Ima together. And of course, Kaku's so, you know, determined about this too. So who's left behind at the academy then? So we have Takumi, Takamaru, Eitsu, Kako, Shoma, Nozomi, and Kyoshika, which is a superb team. It is a superb team. They have Yugumu, fantastic. They have, that Moko pictures I was going to say, but they have Yugumu, Darumi, fantastic as well, both fantastic. Tsubasa, fantastic as well. Gaku, fantastic. I mean, there's not many, like every single character in the series, like, they have 5 people there, and they're actually pretty freaking good, you know? So to me, like, it's not like, that they're like, that it's gonna be detrimental to them whatsoever. I think they have a really good team. I wonder, like, I wonder will someone attack while we're away, though? You know, that's what's kind of worrying about this. Then let's get going. Let's rescue Ima together, yeah. That's right, we have to save him. Look at, I think this is a great team. But then again, like, I think every character that we have has been so fun and so useful in these games that, like, if you replace, like, everyone here and put the other guys, obviously Kako will be here no matter what, because, you know, that's the part of her story. But if you replace, like, the 5 behind them and put the 5 that's staying with them as well, I'd still be like, oh, great team. You know what I mean? I think that's what's so good about this game. They have every character is so useful in their own way. He's not the only one he's saving. There's also Nozomi's issue to deal with. Yep, I have to make this work no matter what. There's a lot of stuff going on here. A lot of moving parts constantly in this game, right? No harm should come to Lady Nozomi. And I believe you. I believe you 100%. I'm fine. We need to save Ima first. Look at the smile on this golden girl's face. She's so excited to save Ima. Let's go save Ima together. How about that? The tomato girl can actually be nice sometimes. She cares about Nozomi quite a bit. And I think she has a lot of care inside of her as well. It's just that, like, it's very clear that through years of her family and the way they treated her and the pressure that they put on her, she now, like, manifests all her own self-hatred as a hatred for everyone else. And it's honestly very rude, obviously. Like, you know, it's very hurtful, the stuff she says. The stuff she says is absolutely, can be very, very horrible. There's no, like, excuse for that. Like, because again, how people feel is how people feel. If you hurt people, you hurt people. Obviously, like, you know, I hope it doesn't sound I'm ever excusing it. I'm just always showing, like, a reason how they get to that point, if you know what I mean. With this many of us, I'm sure we can overcome any difficulty. I know, baby Garja, I still do my best to be useful. You're legitimately, show, but we have to, you literally saved the day at one point. Like, legitimately so. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. This is really nerve-wracking, right? We boarded the school bus and immediately left for the enemy base. But it's also at the same time quite like there's an exciting element to it because there's so much unknown that goes into this. And like, I feel like with Last Defense Academy, it happens all the time where it's like, the unknown is both exciting, terrifying, and everything in between. You know what I mean? It's all those things. Takamoto handled the driving and we followed the same route as the day before. A few hours later, we finally arrived at the enemy base. We were finally at the enemy base. We just got there. There's no in-between stuff here. There it is again. Oh my god. Like, I legitimately, my thought process was that it was going to be like a dingy, burnt out, like, building. You know what I mean? So that's the invader base. Just as I heard in the stories, it's truly magnificent. Whole place is crawling with invaders. We sure this ain't their main base? Who knows? There's only one thing we know for sure about right now. Ima's definitely in there somewhere. We only know the general location of the prisoner's transmitter, but this is where the signal is coming from. She should still be in there. You know what's so interesting about, like, again, as I said, they have so many moving parts in this story, and it's actually really interesting the way they do it. Right now, as we're heading to this place, look at the stories. We have to save Ima. Kako's determination to save Ima is about her, like, wanting to be more independent and, like, have her brother rely on her. We have Shoma and his, like, relationship with the prisoner. We have the blood that we want to transfer into Nozomi at the same time, too. We have Kyoshika wanting to defend Nozomi because of what Karada said before. There's so many different, like, personality traits and moving parts to this, right? Like that in every one story, like, there's like 10 moving parts in every aspect. It's really good. It's really, really good. Right, and Ima with her. Ima's the important part, legitimately so. Either way, if we take down this base, we should have an advantage in future defensive battles. Of course, always, like, a peaceful approach is always fantastic, right? Always. But in this case, Ima is #1 priority, and we will destroy the heavens and earth to get him back. If it comes down to a fight, if it comes down to something, like, very aggressive, we will have to do it. You know what I mean? We have to save Ima, no matter what. Alright, let's kill these bastards. Those coming down on our asses. Now it's our turn to jump them. I actually love the energy. We need someone like this with us. I think you better avoid sudden direct charge. Firstly, we try to whittle down the forces as much as possible without being noticed. Then when the survivors get flustered, we can strike them all at once. That's actually an interesting plan. The idea of, like, you know, defeating them bit by bit. That should increase the chances of 7 of us defeating the entire horde, don't you? That's right, I think that's a good plan. Nozomi, are you going to be okay? Yes, I'm feeling better now. I hope so. I'll be fine to fight too. I have to solve my own problems. I can't rest easy otherwise. That means finding the commander and killing it. Got it. Then I'll fight with you.
I won't back down. I can't make Ima wait any longer.
Oh, Kako. I love her determination. I really do.
I've come to settle things. Please tell me who you really are.
Again, I hope it makes, like, when Shoma says this, I hope you guys get what I'm saying with this, right? He has his own emotional stuff he has to go to work through, and he definitely it definitely is tied to the idea of finding out what the prisoner truly means to him, right? Understandable, right? Like, in terms of a story, I get the story, I get the idea, right? But I hope Shoma understands that the main priority here is Ima. Right? And that's the part of the story. That's what makes the story so interesting. Is like, is Shoma totally understanding this? Is Shoma totally understanding that this isn't a rescue operation for the prisoner? It's a rescue operation for Ima. You know what I mean? And like, I feel like I always have to say like, oh, like again, just because like we're on the internet, you know what I mean? And like, you know, phrasing and words can get misconstrued, not by like my audience, but like maybe anyone who's passing by as well. When I say like stuff like, you know, like this, I don't mean to mean the story is clouded. I mean that the story is like very interesting in the way that we have Shoma, like intentionally so, is, you know, it makes the player, or at least me, feel very like, does he fully understand this? You know what I mean? And it makes the story a lot more interesting as well, right? You're kind of like, you know this is for Ima, right? We're here for Ima, you know? But in his mind, he's like, I have to find out about the prisoner.
Two arms! Holy Jumanji sword, let us go mad together!
Oh my god, right here, standing in the middle of the freaking highway? Legitimately so cool. It's one of the coolest transformation sequences ever. I love it. Oh my god, look at Kyoshika. I think out of these ones, the coolest one is like, well, actually, like, Kyoshika and Kako's really close. Kako, you can see kind of like this, like, you know, newfound determination with the Kyoshika. She does like the poses and stuff like this. I actually think that I love Gaku's the most because when he does the pose, he also does like a little like face like scrunch as well, which is really adorable too.
Looks as if the enemy hasn't.
We're just going for it.
Beat out the case. Let us strike like shinobi and cut them down in one
I'm for
swift
it.
blow.
I'm for it. Launch a surprise attack for the enemy. Notice you defeat all enemies within one turn. There'll be fewer reinforcements during the next wave. Damaging all enemies and allies within 8 space. Wait, so explosives are triggered when the HP is reached 0. Damaging all enemies and allies within the spaces. Use them to your advantage by hurting your allies. This is so interesting. So I want to say as well, someone like and you guys have been giving me tips through this whole time. It's been very, very useful, and it's actually made I think my gameplay a lot better. So we have to find a way to defeat these guys. Oh my god, look at this! Look at this symbol and all this stuff. We have to find we can defeat these guys in one turn, right? For sure.
I'll do my best.
Do we do this? Is that what we start off with?
Try and dodge this. I'm feeling weaker.
Is that good? Is that what we should do with that? So we have 3 waves, by the way. We have to like be careful here. We have to be careful. We can't just kill our enemies. We have to be super careful here. Would an air blade? Let's see what air blade would give us here as well. That would give us that, so it's not like... Oh, that maybe, actually. Right? Actually, probably very good for us as well. And then an impact stab on this guy.
Got it. Ready when you are.
It'd be great if we could like... Oh, wait, we can do that. Right? So I like the idea that there's going to be less enemies in the next wave, and it's kind of a motivation to keep to do better with this stuff. Did she start off with lower health because she's sick? Is that what happened?
Yes,
that's actually very interesting that they did that. So if you could find a way to maybe like is there a way to like destroy this? Yeah.
Allow me to trim down their numbers.
Which gives us that as well. Yeah, this shouldn't be too, because I think it's almost designed to help you out a little bit here in terms of like defeating all the enemies as quick as possible, I guess. And from my perspective, like not that it's like it's doing it for you. I mean it more just like in a case of like it definitely feels like they
Let us begin.
are being very, very nice about this. Like, it's actually quite like they're placed in a way that like is great for like a tutorial
You've left
style
yourself open.
level, I guess. You know.
Got you.
I'm ready whenever.
So I wonder who would be the best. Actually,
Leave it to me.
can we actually reach you
I've got you.
You have my gratitude.
to get rid of your fatigue, and then just let Ato get the little guys here?
We better get moving.
Is that all of them?
Let's keep whittling
That's
down their
awesome.
numbers
That's
like
such an
this
awesome
as much as
mechanic.
we can. Right. Got it.
That's such an awesome mechanic. That's the first wave. Okay, great. Great stuff. I actually adore this mechanic. But now there's more enemies coming in because they probably saw everything that was happening. But like, actually, they're in another fantastic. Like, is it me or just are they like a really amazing formation here? Is it just me, or am I like very happy with the way this is about to go? Because I feel like we can get a bunch of enemies here in one go here with this, right?
Gotcha.
And then if we do an impact stab on these guys as well, right? Oh, we can't obviously do a special move. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Leave it to me.
We could use an attack potion now to get rid of. Or if we do like a dash. Well, let's think about this as well. So
I'm ready.
Spirit Rain as well. We can't even. Yeah, we can't. We have to. Someone was saying if you use like a there's Hellfire, which is really good too. If you use a spring trap, you don't have to move, but obviously like here we kind of have to move. I think if we want to do it in one turn, but I don't know if we'll be able to do this in one turn.
Move.
We could try. Like I've no problem with trying. Like maybe like more like Kyoshika would be
Let us
fantastic
begin.
for this as well. This inflicts stun on the user. There's also this. Like this is probably great for like getting rid of like some multiple enemies here and stuff like that. Should we take out Takamatsu?
Rev it up!
Not take him out as in like kill him, but like let him come in here as well and do this.
Let's freaking go!
Eat this.
Hauling ass! Let her rip! Knocked it out of
I'm
the
gonna get more
park.
AP from that as
We
well.
better get moving.
How much spaces can we get? This is actually might be the best option right now to get rid of like as much of these little guys as possible as well, because we need to get rid of the little guys too.
I'm ready whenever.
Oh my god, I don't know if we're gonna be able to do this in one turn. I could like restart. Well, actually we could.
I've got this. All good.
Thanks.
Do this.
Indebted to you.
And actually I'm willing to use an
Good to
attack
go.
potion right now.
This should do.
I know
it.
we usually save it,
Good life.
Ready when you
but I
are.
think it would be very good to use an attack potion right now.
Take this. My turn.
And get 3 AP out of this.
Got it.
You know what I mean?
Here we go. Here.
Let's see. So there's a few enemies left
Let's
here,
freaking go!
but we need to get rid of the 2 of these guys in one go. So I think an air blade might be good.
Let's go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that not everyone? Is there one more enemy here? Wait. Oh, so it's there's more in the wave. Okay,
Ready
okay.
when you are. Take that. Let's go. All right.
Gotta get some more AP here as well.
Rev it up! I'll smoke 'em! That's what you get!
Fantastic stuff as well. There's some guys behind us as well. I know that this can be destroyed too, so we have to worry about that too. Actually,
Yes. Leave it to me.
Eitzo, I actually wouldn't mind sending you back here so you can fight the big guy as well.
I'm ready whenever.
I guess it's my turn.
Yeah, get these little guys. These little guys as well, just to get them out of the way. Kyoshika.
2 arms.
Honestly, it will flick stun, but I have a plan here. We're gonna get stunned, but
Whenever you're ready. I've got you.
You have my thanks.
honestly, not a bad idea to do this. To do it this
Leave
way.
it to me. Banzai. My apologies.
Is there any more? There's 2 more enemies up this way.
Let's do this.
I think this could work out. I think this could work
Here we
out
go.
because then we can do side slash here.
Take
Takumi's really good. His name. He's really good to have on any team. And then we just need to like
I'm ready whenever.
do a righteous punishment this way.
Allow me to take them
Get
down.
it, Ato.
I hope I helped a little.
And then we're gonna do a rescue bullet.
All good.
You saved me.
I think with this like timing stuff, it's probably not the best
Yes,
idea to
leave it
use
to me.
Shoma until like the last wave, possibly.
Got it. Nice.
Who's left? Is there enemies I can't see? Or are they just gonna do another wave? No, there has to be an enemy because they oh no, there's someone over here. I didn't even see them.
I'll do my best.
We nearly can reach them. You know what I mean? Energy sniper. Oh, we can reach them from here. Okay.
Try and dodge this. So
Is it gonna be more enemies? There is. This wave is a lot longer. So I wonder if every turn do they like come up with like do new enemies come into the fray? You know, no matter what.
Got you.
I'm all
Spirit
set.
Rain.
Taking the shot.
Nice stuff again.
Feeling weaker.
Takumi
Let's do
being
this.
here, not a bad idea. Let's try an air blade on this. Actually, not bad. Actually, it might actually be a good idea to do this,
Ready when you are.
so we can still fight them from a distance.
Got my turn.
And yeah,
Ready
you
when
know,
you
Takumi's
are.
doing a lot of the work here, but he is like one of the people up
All
up
right.
front, and this guy over here is stunned. Takamoto is stunned. This guy over here.
Ready as I'll ever be.
Can we? How many enemies came up from this side? Honestly, Ato, you should be able to handle this guy over
guess
here,
it's
right?
my
For
turn.
sure.
You're in the way. I'm ready whenever. All well and good.
Leave it to me.
Spirit Rain on you.
Try and dodge this.
Yeah, try and dodge this.
So tired.
Good to go. Time to use it.
I don't know if that's
My
the
turn.
best time to use it, but like we used it. Airblade? No. Unless we use it from this perspective here and do this.
Take that.
It actually is like pretty
Let's
like
do this.
I don't know, nuts how this is going. Because I think I don't know if we're gonna be able to defeat every enemy this round. Because there's still one more enemy over here. No, if we use a special ability, we definitely can. But we're obviously gonna be wasting it on this thing here. But
I've got this.
you know what I mean? I still think it makes sense to use like if we're trying to like make sure we have less waves of people. I know it's like such a waste, but I think if we're trying to make sure like we're defeating every enemy in like one round, it's not a terrible idea. But then again, maybe I'm misinterpreting the way we're supposed to do
Ready
this.
as I'll ever be.
That could be the case as well.
I'm all set.
Thank God for Kako.
Here goes.
That's all the enemies, right?
I'm feeling weaker.
And more enemies are coming in again. There's like a is this okay? So it seems to be dwindling down. It seems to be dwindling
We
down,
better get moving.
right?
Yes, leave it to me. Got it.
And we're back to having this percentage already.
This is a trifle. Hi.
This is trifle. Okay, wave to end. I think we did a good job there. Even though we like wasted a big power move, I still think it makes
How do
sense
you
to
like
use it that way.
How's it feel to be the ones getting attacked, huh?
Takumaru loves the fact that we're on the offensive. Look at the backdrop as well.
But their defenses were flimsier than I imagined. Maybe this isn't the enemy's main base after all.
Maybe it's not the main base.
So it is just a relay station.
Forget that. What about about Ema? Where's Ema?
And of course she's worried about this. Of course she is.
Prisoner! Where are you?
Shoma. And again, I know if we find the prison, we might find Ema.
Halt! Something approaches.
Oh, it's a commander. And standing like this as well, the stance. Oh, what are they doing? Oh no. Wait, what? Oh, he did the freaking, yeah, look at that. He did the freaking, Heno Anima thing, like, you know, the way we hurt ourselves as well. What did he turn into? What in the universe? What the frick is that? It's like a cannon?
A commander! I knew there had
Of
to be
course. So for like, geez, what the hell did it turn into?
Takumi, it's just like you said.
Does it look upset to you guys? Maybe because we attacked the
It
base?
it looks like it was like trying to prove a point the way it was had its stance just like looking at us as well.
All that time screwing with us, and now it's pissed we fought back.
That's a freak. Whatever. It looked like a lion mixed with a cannon.
Ema, where are you?
Oh, the darkened eyes as well. We'll find him. We will find him.
Give back my Ema!
Oh, Kako. Oh, we're just going straight into battle. I legit thought the way she was saying she was going to do something crazy there for a second, you know? Look at the size of it.
Everyone. We don't know what they have in store for us.
It's massive.
Whatever they may throw at us, we simply have to strike back.
Yes.
Hell yeah! Finally speaking my language, samurai chick.
Of course, Takohara appreciates this.
We're going to save Ema. I refuse to
Yes,
lose.
Kako, yes. Actually, not a bad team. Oh my god, look at this as well. But we have our we have a special ability to start off. This is wave 3. But what happens if we die here though? We won't get resurrected, right, on the outside. That's the thing. So I'm very worried about using the potions for. So we might actually refrain from using that just for now. But now we can use like attack potions and stuff like that.
This should do it.
I appreciate the help.
Good to go.
And we can use Crimson Assault. What's the best option for Crimson Assault? I think here, right?
Gotcha.
Oh my god, this is going to be a battle and a half. And we actually could set up some fences as well, but I actually think that these guys are so close to us that it actually might be a good idea just to get rid of them as much as possible. Like the ones in the front line at least.
Allow me to trim down their
And then we can set up some fences.
Yes, leave it to me. You're in the way. I guess it's my turn. Allow me to trim down their number. All well and good. Yes, leave it to me. Here we go.
Like getting rid of these guys is to me not a bad idea. Spirit Rain. Okay, we might not attack with that just yet. I actually don't mind doing an aggression signal as well. But maybe we might wait until like there's like more people surrounding us as well.
Let us begin.
Oh god, what's the best option for this? Actually, this would be the best option to get again thin out those numbers. Thin out those numbers here as well.
We better get moving. I hope no one minds.
No one minds.
Leave it to me. This should hinder them.
We can't use any fences with him anyway, for sure. Oh, we can do this. Yeah, so he can yeah, use his fences and we can get rid of this guy as well. Nozomi is so fantastic to have on any team, like legitimately so.
Let's do this.
So fantastic.
Time to use it.
Just like, you know, legitimately like forcing these guys so they have to like move around these fences, right? If they want to come in and fight us. And it just maybe gives us a positioning advantage in some way.
Ready when you are.
You know what I mean? So now they have to come down here to us. They have to come down here to us.
I guess it's my turn.
We could use an explosive mine, but I think that takes us out beyond the fences. So maybe we'll do that.
We better get moving.
Yeah, I'm good with the fencing now. I'm good with the fencing now. And actually, we could... No, let's save our... Yeah, let's save our AP for the next turn. Let them all move into the fences, move into position here. Let them get shocked. Oh, God. He can, like, boost defense as well, so we have to get rid of those guys as soon. No, wait, so it's like... Oh, no, it looks like he's going to attack from the sequence. Okay. So we have to move out of the... Like, luckily, most of our characters, apart from, like...
I'll do my best.
Kaku is, like, outside of here, so maybe, like... I actually think that, like, just dashing her out of here is actually not a bad idea. And then let her do a Spirit Rain on someone.
Taking the shot.
You know what I mean? And then same with,
Too tired.
Slash as well. Right? Like, cause again, we're out of the range, aren't we? For sure, we're out of the range.
Yes, leave it to me.
Righteous Punishment's actually not bad for this too, isn't it? Look at that, the damage we could do here. Again, I'm all for just getting rid of the little guys, but I don't know how.
Allow me to take them down.
But with the little, I don't think that, I was kind of hoping maybe we could get some like friendly fire there.
I'll leave the rest to you.
But it's hard to know if that's actually what would happen, you know what I mean? It's hard to know if that we actually would get friendly fire there. Is everyone out of the range?
I'm prepped and ready.
Here we go. Time to use it.
Again, we're still forcing them into a position where they have
Two
to,
arms.
you know, maneuver around us here. I know that he's on the outside of that fence here, but I think he will be okay. Right? I think he will be okay in this sense here as well. Yeah.
I'm ready.
Let's do a bunch of Spirit Rains then, right?
Try and dodge this. I'm feeling I'm all set.
So we have -3 attack on that as well, of course. Because we have to move before we attacked.
Let's do this.
I might actually then let them do their thing and then let them move in further.
I've got this.
Oh no, we can do Air Blade. Yeah, do a bunch of Air Blades. And actually, we could use an attack potion as well and do Air Blade. That would have been a way better idea.
Let's go.
We're not going to kill them, but
Ready when you
we can
are.
continue to use Air Blade so we can dwindle down their attack, their defenses anyway. And now the attack's going to go off, I think. Oh god, they're coming from all sides. The freaking, our freaking car. How do you move the car?
Wait.
Oh god, that's one of the problems. Can we move the car? Or can we, do we have to get like Nozomi to like
Locked and
heal
loaded.
it? I wonder.
I've got this.
Oh god, this is gonna be tough.
I can do this much.
This could be very, very tough. For now, attack me.
Maybe this will be
Attack me right now.
I've got this. Time
This
to use
is rough, man. This is actually crazy how like they like again they gave us like a nice bit of a way into this, right? It wasn't too bad. And then they were like, okay, now it's time for the real stuff, you know? Now it's time to really get into this.
I've got this.
Leave it to me.
You've left yourself open. Two arms. Flash.
My apologies.
I'm
Spirit
ready.
Rain.
How's this?
Again, getting rid of them here as well.
Tired. I'm prepped and ready.
Should we use a rescue bullet on somebody? I feel like we should be dashing down here to see if we can heal the freaking van. I don't know if that's how it's gonna work, but holy hell, the van's in trouble. We need to put more defense down here. We need to definitely put down more defense down here because I think obviously Kadada's passive would have worked with this stuff. I know they're gonna do their attack again. Is there a way to stop this?
I've got this. Whenever you're ready.
I don't think we can heal the boss. I think it's a timing thing. And look at the defense has on it as well. Do you think it's literally a timing thing? Because yeah, it is. It's legitimately just a timing thing. Because how do we get the car out of the way? We can't just move it. Okay, I might start this whole thing again. This whole wave again. Just because I feel like I thought I would have all the time in the world. I think they want you to like be more aggressive with this. This isn't a thing we're defending the school. We have to like fight. We have to go in with a fight. Which makes sense. Because we are attacking.
How do you like
more than
that?
anything. Yeah, we have to, like, if we have a special ability to start off with and stuff like this, we have attack potions and stuff like this, we'll just go for it. We'll freaking go for it.
Be careful, Everett.
We're trying to get rid of Big Boy as soon as possible. Like, where can Takumi move to, like, right now? Self-destruct? Wait, what?
Say when.
Oh. Oh, it's their move. I was like, what?
Here we go.
So if we...
Ready when you are.
Maybe go here? No, we can't go there. See, everyone. The problem is there's a full line of people in the way. We have to get rid of these guys as soon as possible. We have to. And I think actually maybe
Hauling ass.
attack potion.
Setting it up.
You have my gratitude.
Very
Full
much.
throttle.
Eat this.
Rev it up.
Eat this again.
Knocked it out of the park.
We could do a special attack and actually get like a lot of enemies in one go with this stuff here. Actually, I'm actually for it. I'm not against it. I'm not against it. But we have to be more aggressive with this. This is a crazy thing that's happening
It's
here. You
up
know.
to you from here.
Let's
We
do
can
this.
now move up to here. But we can also do attack
I've
potion,
got this. This should do it.
Received my life.
Ready when you are.
impact stab
Take this.
to get rid of this boy
Let's
here.
do this.
If we do air blade here like this, like 2 air blades,
Good to go. Here.
we can get rid of that guy too.
Got it.
Spear
I'll do
rain.
my best.
I don't want to move her just yet because I feel like we could
Yes,
have a.
leave it to me.
How many enemies can we get with Jury?
Locked and loaded. I'll help.
You saved my ass.
I'm indebted to
He's gonna be
you.
so useful for getting rid of
do
these smaller
this.
guys. And I actually might position someone down
Don't expect much from me.
here. Right, but like maybe Shoma does a defensive thing down here by this, and maybe someone else down here as well, just so we can get rid of them. So maybe like Eight's home might not be a bad idea to have someone down here. I know it's like we're probably wasting a turn here, but more enemies are going to be down here in a second. We need to like make sure that we can like have a defensive position here for the car.
I should have been more careful.
Oh Jesus, man, this is terrifying. This is legitimately terrifying for me. Whoa! It's a different thing this time altogether.
I guess it's my turn.
Okay, maybe we don't have to go out of here right away. Can we? I wonder if we like attack. Will it stop it?
My turn.
Maybe.
I can still fight. All good.
Thanks.
You have my thanks.
Ready when you are.
That's the positioning of this terrifies
Let's do
me.
this. Say when. Gotcha.
It's so scary. Because I feel like everyone's about to get attacked.
Take care of the rest.
Can we do... I'm guessing we can... I'm guessing there's like something here that maybe like... We can actually do what we can actually use our special attacks here, but like, because I was worried that like it would be like game over because we couldn't revive. But I'm starting to think that maybe it's not that. Oh, you know what it is? If we can break down his defensive, we can definitely stop this. So we still have plus attack, right?
Good to go.
I think if you break his defensive stance, he won't attack.
Here we go.
Right, just like the other enemies? Yes. Yes. But he obviously still will attack, but obviously it's not going to be the same thing. I'm going to not be silly about it, by the way. Because again, at first I thought like, oh, maybe we won't be able to do this, but I think like, you know, just like in the actual areas outside the school, there clearly is like ways we can revive. So I might actually just like start like, you know, doing those special attacks again as well. It's just that also I didn't want to like, you know, end up killing people, especially since like we are like in a position where like we don't,
I've got this.
like, how do I say it? We're in a position where like,
Let's do this.
let's try and get rid of this again. We're in a position, I feel, where we need everybody as much as possible here to help us out with this stuff,
Say when.
right? Personally, I think we need everybody, even if we're not gonna do self-sacrifices. Like oh god, we're gonna need to like move in on that. I know we're like losing a lot of our attack here,
Fall back.
so they fall back. So we can, okay. You know, I thought we could anyway, because I was thinking like, you know, that, but like I didn't want to like chance it because we had so few enemies. I might redo the wave just so we can like fully strategize with that stuff. And I don't want to lose Takumi right now because I think he's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna redo the wave. Yeah, and I think we can use our sacrificial stuff. It's just again, I didn't want to use it like so willy-nilly, like on, because at first I thought I was like, oh yeah, like, but then I think like yeah, as we saw that you just fall back, just like in other battles when like you're like exploring and stuff like that. Like it's not considered an actual death just now. I think I have no problem going on along with what we did before again. Like this was actually pretty good. But yeah, I think, you know, we should use our potions a lot more. I just didn't want to lose Takumi like so early on as well.
Ready when you are.
We should use our
I'm ready.
wait, should I?
Leave it
We should use
to
an
me.
attack potion on.
I'll set it up.
You have my gratitude.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Again, I feel like it's different. You know, it's really difficult now because I don't want to use our. I don't want to sacrifice a character because then we're down, like, we have way less characters. You know what I mean? I want to make sure that if we're gonna sacrifice someone, it's like near the end. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Like near the very end, we can definitely try and sacrifice someone because they're not just gonna kill off someone permanently, and they have like, you know, ways of like strategically, story-wise, telling us how like a character ended up like surviving something, right?
That's it. I've got this.
Eventually we're gonna get up to this big boy here.
Say when.
Yep, exactly what I wanted.
Here we go. Yeah. Got it.
And then
I'm ready.
8-so. I think we use attack potion on him as well, right?
I guess
That's
it's
the
my
wrong
turn.
potion.
Let's try this.
Thank you.
We better get moving.
Or did he already have it? He might have already had something on because Kako used it as well. That could have been the case as well. My bad.
I'm ready whenever. You're in the way. We better get moving. Got it. Nice.
So we have a special attack if he wanted.
Good to go.
We could use Crimson Assault on this guy too. And honestly, it's probably best to use these attacks as soon as we get them. Because we want to whittle down this guy's defense as soon as possible. Look at the drawing in his sword, by the way. Very cool stuff.
I guess it's my turn.
I'm actually like so for just like ripping into this guy a little bit. I'm actually so for it.
We better get moving. You're in the way.
I'm so for it. Yeah, and then they can move in with reinforcements or whatever. Honestly, we can get rid of those guys, no problem. Leave Chicago alone right now. It changes the freaking way that it does this stuff as well.
Time for action.
So, a rescue bullet, I think I would have liked to have moved into a different position, but it's okay.
Ready as I'll ever be.
We're gonna have to. Well, no, we don't have to. Right?
I'll help.
Thanks.
You have
Or we
my
might have
best.
to.
I'll do my best.
Hold on a second here. So, Judge does tree attack. Impact Stab does tree attack 2. Airblade does 1 attack. I'm actually thinking we're using our attack potion
Good to go.
here, just for now.
Time to use it. Here we go.
Oh, I don't know if this is gonna be enough. I don't think it's gonna be enough. No, it's not gonna be enough. Oh, I don't. Oh, we might have made a mistake here. But at least it's not gonna attack our car here and stuff like that. So we might like try to minimize the damage a little bit and get, you know, Nozomi out of there at the very least, because she is our healer and she could definitely heal people after this. Oh, it's terrifying. How much damage does this do? Quite a bit. But you know what I mean? I think it was better
Ready as
than
I'll ever be.
what we were about to do anyway. Now we can do a special attack and do last resort here, but I don't. Again, the reason why I don't want to do a last resort is like it's not just because like, oh, are we gonna revive? Because I think like, you know, we, like as you saw, we just retreat. But it's also like we have like a minimal number of characters here. Let's try and
I can do this much.
aggression signal the enemies over here.
I'll get in there like for once.
Yep. Just so they don't do anything over here.
Leave it
Let's
to me.
get some AP from this.
My apologies.
My apologies. Let's do a Spirit
I'm
Rain
ready.
and get some AP from here as
Taking a
well.
shot.
And then I feel like we can like
Tired.
My body.
we could do this.
Allow me to come down there.
It's only 2 damage, but
I can keep going. I hope no one minds. This certainly isn't good. Let's try
I
this.
don't want him to die at all. I don't want anyone to die. This is a totally different type of
Good to
battle.
go.
We could do Impact Stab, but honestly, like I think actually
Time for action.
no, that's it. We can only do 1. So
All good.
Takabi. We can also
I'm
do.
good to go.
Oh, we can't do Bolstering Bullet. We can only do 1. So we should have done Bolstering
Let's do
Bullet
this.
instead. It's okay. It's okay. We have a special attack now as well. We're actually going to do fine. We're going to do fine. And there's some guys behind him as well. It's not going to be too bad. And Shoma attacking, not a terrible idea. You know what I mean? Shoma attacking, not a terrible idea. So let's do a special attack.
Ready when you are.
Crimson Assault will only bring down a bit of our ability, by the way, which is insane. But we can have Ato get the rest of it.
Gotcha.
You know, we and honestly, will give us more turns as well.
Take care. I can keep going.
Can we reach this guy? Oh, we can. Break that up there as well.
I've got
I'm gonna
this.
rescue Bullet. Ito.
Got you.
You saved me.
Now with these guys down here,
I'm all set.
let's start here.
Try and dodge this.
We need to send someone down here. Maybe like
Onward.
like who's like how many? Unless we dash down here.
Let us begin.
We need to minimize the numbers down here. We legitimately do.
I'll do
We have a
my best.
-3 to attack here. It's tough, isn't it? It's very, very tough.
Locked and loaded.
I'm making an executive decision here. We can't do it. We can't because he's over here. He should be fine for one turn. He should be fine for one turn. I actually am going to do an aggression signal on all these guys as well so they don't attack the bus. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. This is tough. This is actually a crazy battle. But they're going to attack our boy here. And he has a lot of defense, so... Oh, please be nice. Oh, and he might... Takumi might actually die. Oh, we had... Oh my god, no! We had to... that was a bad positioning there with poor Itzo, for sure.
I'm good to go. I'll patch you up.
Thanks.
This is genuinely terrifying.
It's all right. That all you got? Gotcha.
Like this is one of the most terrifying positions I've ever been in.
Ready as I'll ever be.
We're rescue bullying the heck out of him as well.
Thanks.
I'm all set. Try and dodge this.
It's the best thing I could think to do again. It is legitimately the best thing I think to do again. Defense potion,
This should hinder them.
attack
Don't
potion.
leave me behind. Let's put this to use. This is a trifle.
So what? How much damage? We can do a lot of damage on that as well.
Hi-ya!
So we're gonna get stunned.
I leave the rest to you.
I can do this much.
We're gonna get rid of all these guys in one go here.
For once. I'll go if you can stand me.
Yeah, let them just go for it. This is tough. This is a crazy battle. And again, like I said, sacrificing people would be like, would be grand. You know what I mean? Oh, this is working out pretty well. Sacrificing people would be more. Oh, is Takumi gonna go now as well? No. Okay, fantastic. Like, it would be grand usually. You know what I mean?
I'll try not to run away.
We don't have enough space in that as well. Sacrificing people usually would be like,
Leave it to me.
would be fine. You know what I mean? As we usually do.
Try and dodge this.
But like then we're down members for the next like parts of the attacks and stuff like that.
Not there yet.
No matter what, we're in a bad position there. Actually,
I'm not done yet. Gotcha.
I have an idea to break this up. We'll gain some AP there.
Up the rest.
Locked and loaded.
No, not dash. Rescue bullet.
I'll patch you up.
Thanks.
Impact stab. Break that up.
Ready when you
How
are.
far can we dash out? Oh no, we don't have to. We don't have to move anymore. We don't have to move anymore.
Here we go.
Are these guys not getting? They have that much
My
defense?
turn.
Jesus Christ.
Ready when you are.
I might move him out of
My
the
turn.
attack range. I know it's like I don't have to. Is this even out of the attack range?
Don't expect
Yeah.
much
Don't.
from me.
I don't want these guys attacking the bus in
This
any
will
way.
be something.
This is crazy. Oh my god. Shoba is like actually being so fantastic here for us. I feel like we just have to go and try and take him down at this point, right?
Whenever you're ready. I've got your back.
Let's do this. Good to go. Here we go.
Oh,
Let's do this.
yes.
Gotcha.
Yes. I feel bad for Ato at this point, but we got so far into the battle as well. I hope you guys understand why I didn't want to just do like the sacrificing stuff, because I felt like it was like, oh, we don't have enough movement just for the last part.
Let's freaking go!
Do we have enough? Does Eat This have enough to defeat him? No, it doesn't. Oh wait, do we have any more attack? We don't have any more attack potions either. We could do a sacrifice right now. Right?
Heads up! Can't slow me
Because
down.
this will just cause a retreat, right?
I'm
Canonically.
ready for whatever you got.
This is the best way to go about it. Yeah, as I said, we used the stuff at the last minute. Pretty freaking crazy battle there as well. Like really fun.
I'm back. Sorry for the wait.
So I figured they would come back like they do in the main stuff, like where like, you know, it canonically they just retreat. But I didn't want to sacrifice anybody because I didn't want to, oh my god, face to face with another commander. You know, because I didn't want to like be down a person, but we were down a person by the end anyway.
Now we just have to finish it off.
Kyoshika, ready for it.
Let's get this over with quick. Ima's waiting.
And we're gonna give it to Nozomi.
Wait. Would you mind letting me finish this, Commander?
Go for it.
Lady Nozomi, you wish to kill it? Isn't your hemo anima too weak for that?
There's some stuff going on here.
I just want to try. If it doesn't work, go ahead in my place.
That's fair. That's so fair.
Nozomi, are you really going to do this?
Yes. I've made up my mind. I want to keep fighting with all of you. This is all I have.
I do love that like every single decision we make, no matter how like almost like how big or small in this game, because of the situation we're in, and like, you know, and they always like, you know, take into account everyone's individual situation and their emotional state and all this stuff and their physical state and their health. Like everything is thought about in this game. And even in this moment, we're like, can Nozomi do this? Can she do this? You know, it's never just always straightforward, right? Look at this. It's just Nozomi by herself. No other people around here, buddy. She does have a really sick outfit, doesn't she?
Okay.
Yeah, so no matter what you're choosing Nozomi, as of course we would anyway, you know? This light, by the way, so aggressive. But like, again, as I said, probably intentionally so.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry, you had to do. Apparently this text means execution complete, does it? Extermination complete, yeah, that's what the text means, yeah. Behind them, because I thought it might have been different from the actual one. So Nozomi Kyoto Furuji's anima has been boosted, special attack recovery +1 and voltage gain +10. Pretty great for her as well. I don't know how we did in that battle. We took a lot of time. It might be like a very low rating. Okay, because again, we didn't have any... We got to a full defense because we used the aggression signal. That's fair enough. That's totally fair enough. Oh, Nozomi. And of course you're feeling it. Like, that's the thing. And again, this is why this game thinks of everything. Like, even though, like, these guys were trying to kill us, you're still, like, killing something that you now know is, like, human, right? Did it work? Do you feel anything? Nozomi? Sorry, just startled me a bit. My fever and fatigue disappeared like they were never there. Whoa. Whoa, that's a big change. So, looks like it worked. That is a massive change. That's great. What's up? What are you guys talking about? Oh, nothing. Forget it. Anima, rather cryptoglobin. It can gain power by absorbing other cryptoglobin. Because of that, Nozomi managed to suppress the rejection symptoms. The commander, meanwhile, ended up turning into a blackened mummy afterwards. Would that happen to us, one of us, if someone absorbed our power instead? Like, that's probably the fair assumption to make, right? What about Ima? Where is he? Oh, that's right. We have to look for Ima. We can't find a specific location using the transmitter signal alone, right? We only know he's somewhere in the base. Then we must split up and search for him. But we know for sure he's in here somewhere. We just gotta search every last nook and cranny. We started our search for Ima, exploring the base now that was devoid of all enemies. But that's pretty insane that like Nozomi like was able to just like cure like her illness and her fatigue like that quickly. You know what I mean? Like it's so like efficiently so. Which means that like, you know, I wonder if like she might feel side effects again, but at least we know there's something that can counteract it. Yeah, pretty fast.
Ima!
Oh my god.
Where are you?
And we're not in our battle armor anymore because everything's cute. Can I say I love this cast so much? Look at them. I love them so freaking much.
Hey, where are you? If you can hear me, say something.
And of course, Kako's so worried as well. Of course, she would be, right? She would be.
Emma!
And you can see Takamaru like searching over there too.
Come on, we came all this way to save your ass. Get out of here already.
Oh, that's such a Takamaru line.
Prisoner! You're in here too, right?
We called out as he searched every inch of the enemy base. But he's not here?
Emma!
Oh, but they're here for the whole day?
You? Please answer me!
And of course you would be. This is one of those situations where you're not going to give up after an hour or even after 2 hours, you know?
Sir Ema!
Sir Ema.
Where are you?
I'm going to search over there.
Okay, thanks.
We desperately continued to search for Ema. But even after searching all through the night, we couldn't find any trace of him anywhere. Wait, we're just going to the next day, and we're still here. Oh, Kako. And of course she'd be upset. I'm upset, right? I was so ready to like have a Ema reunion. It's already completely light out. If we search this much for Sir Ema without finding him, perhaps he's not here after all. But the signal for the transmitter was coming from this area. He and the prisoner have to be somewhere in this base. We have to find Ema. We have to. That's way too big of an area. Why couldn't Yogo make more of a powerful transmitter? He's from the Gift of Matic. He didn't have a choice. Yeah, it wasn't like his creation in general. But there's some spots we haven't searched yet, right? Let's look there too. It was then that we heard someone calling us from afar?
Hey, everybody! Here, come over here!
Oh. It's Ato. Did he find something? Is it my dear brother? We all took off at once in the direction of the voice. When we got there, we were greeted by Ato. He looked shaken and pain. Oh no, what happened? Stop. What the frick happened? What's wrong, Ato? Did something happen? In the shadows there I found... What did you find? I looked in the direction Ato was pointing and what I saw was... What the f... It's like a mummified freaking corpse again, so someone absorbed this thing's... cryptoglobin? A blackened mummified corpse lying on the ground. Of course it wasn't the body of the commander we just fought, but a different one altogether. What the... Don't tell... No, don't even say that. Don't even say that. What? No, please don't even say that. I wonder if that was the case too. Investigate, but actually... So it's not Ema. Jesus Christ. Because, like, here's the thing, right? Like, now, like, after he says this, right? My heart is still pounding. But in your head, you then go, well, yeah, maybe they wouldn't do the reveal of Ema's... If Ema did die, they wouldn't do it in this way, right? You know? But then again, they did, like, you know... But then again, I think Moko was a different situation because we knew Ema more, right? Oh my god, my head is spinning after that. This appears to be a woman's body. What? If this is a woman, then the mummy must be... the prisoner.
Yes, it's the remains of our prisoner.
Jesus. Wait, so... They absorbed the prisoner when she got here? This mummy is the prisoner's body? Did she have the transmitter on her anywhere? That's pretty freaking horrific. So it's when she got back to the base, they absorbed her cryptoglobin, but why? Why is she like this? I'm guessing that, like... I'm guessing they take less kindly even than we do to the opposition. I think my theory is it's probably because she, like, you know, I don't know, maybe it's one of those things where they felt like, okay, she spent so much time there and she failed or something like that. Someone absorbed her head anima like Nozomi did to the commander earlier. And that someone would be another commander most likely. I can't imagine who else would want to do this.
Maybe she got into a fight or was betrayed by another invader. She might even have been
That's what I was
punished for
thinking the last
allowing
one.
herself to be captured.
That was my thought process, Ato. The last one.
Whatever the reason, they killed her and stole her power.
Insane.
And this is the end result.
It's so cruel though. How could they do this to one of their own? Damn, those bastards are rotten to the core. Honestly, like, I think some of them, for the very least, the ones that we've seen before, don't have, like, conscience. They don't have a conscience. A lot of them don't. At least, like, you know, from, like, obviously, like, we don't know what's happening fully. But, like, from the one, we have seen a lot of them that are just, like, very cruel and vindictive. And, like, what they did to Moko is, like, no matter what. Like, we can say the prisoner had some emotions there as well and was, like, you know, seemed more human than the other ones. But the fact is, what they did to Moko, now the idea about them kidnapping Ima, like, there's no way we can just look at it just like, you know, oh, we have to, like, reason with them all the time. If we can reason with, like, with one or two of them, fantastic. But we have to, like, focus on the fact that they are doing some horrible stuff right now. I always knew they were villains, but the invaders are truly evil incarnate. Sean was not going to take this well at all. What about Ima? Wasn't he with her? I'm sorry, all I found was his body. I didn't see any sign of him. There are no other bodies like this around either. Then where is he? He's supposed to be with the prisoner. That's terrifying, the fact that we now don't even have an inkling on where the location of Ima could be. That's terrifying. If you ain't here yet, you've been taken somewhere else. Somewhere else? I think so too. It seems highly probable, at least. Where was he taken? We just don't know. I hate to say it, but we're back to square one. It is like this thing where we had this lead. We worked up so much to this. We went back. We came back. No, and we like, oh, Kako, and we attacked this freaking base. For really, if you think about it, we had to anyway. We had to, right? Poor Kako. It's okay, Kako. There's no way we'll give up. We're never going to give up. Never. Besides, if no other mummified bodies here, that must mean Ima's still alive. Right, they wouldn't go to trouble of taking him away just to kill him. There's still hope we can save him. Yep, that's the thing. But, like, it's just what happened to Moko worries me. Of course, we're not going to say that with Kako around. Poor Kako, like. And again, imagine how we feel. Like, Kako feels like 10 times worse. You're right, it's too early to despair. We gotta find him. If he's not dead, then he must be alive somewhere. Great attitude to have. We're gonna find him. So if we beat the invaders, I'll sure to be seeing him again. Are we really gonna? He's just gonna be gone even more? I literally thought we were gonna get a reunion. Indeed, I doubt someone as obstinate as Sir Ima would die that easily. That's a very nice thing to say, right? Maybe he learned their language, and as he's already talking his way out of trouble with them. I love that we're like talking about how he is like such a talker here as well, right? It is a very comforting sentiment in a way. You know, that they were talking about him, how he is a bit like, you know, stubborn, how he is someone who is a pretty smooth talker. And I feel like they're like, if anyone could do it, it would be him. And it feels like while we're like, I'm sure we believe parts of this ourselves, and you know, that is Ima. It's also very probably comforting for Kako as well. That's right. It's Ima after all. Exactly. It's Ima. I'm alright. I won't cry anymore. And I won't give up. You can cry if you want. If anyone deserves to cry in this moment, it's you. I promised Ima that I would go on even without him. We'll still have a chance to save him. When that time comes, we'll definitely bring him home safe. How long are you gonna mope about this, man? I know you're crazy about the invader girl, but still. In the end, she was still our enemy. It never would have worked out for you two. That's right, she was the enemy. But I kind of feel sorry for her. I mean, it's only natural to see like a crying human's face in desperation and feel something, right? Like, it's only natural. Like, even if like you know that they're an enemy, there's a feeling of like, Jesus, man, you know, it stops you in your tracks. Sorry. When she was in the cage, she'd always cry when the night came. Oh my God. She wanted to go home so badly. That's what I thought when I saw her. So she didn't communicate that to you directly. Maybe she has some reason she had to go back, just like us. The fact is, if she brought Ima with her, that's the problem, right? If she went home, the same thing would have happened to her. But I'm guessing she probably brought Ima as like a gift. It's tough. It's so tough. A reason to go back? We all have people we care about and want to see again. Maybe she was the same. What are you saying? Such tender feelings are surely alien to wicked monsters like them. I think everyone has feelings. Even, like, how do I say it? Even, and I hate to, like, you know, say it like this, but, like, we're fighting this enemy, and even though, like, what they're doing is wrong, like, let's just be honest here, like, what they're doing is wrong. What they did to Moko was evil, pure evil. There's no other way to look at it. It is evil incarnate, what they did to Moko. what they do, the kidnapping Ima, all this stuff. It is bad to do, right? But like, even in those moments, like they're gonna have feelings for each other, you know what I mean? And emotions towards each other, right? Which is like such a strange thing to think about. But that's why she surrendered to us, because she wanted to live. I thought if I could learn to communicate with her, I might find out why.
And now, that wish will never come true.
This is dark just looking at this corpse, isn't it? Like, it's such like it's... Because in our mind, like, what we're thinking is like burnt corpse, right? But it's so it's so horrible.
I never even got to learn how different we were. Or how alike.
Holy hell. And again, like, I feel like I have given Shoma a bit of a hard time throughout this playthrough, where I've kind of been like, no, Shoma, we have to Ima first, which I still stand by everything I said, Ima first, right? But I guess from Shoma's perspective, what he was trying to say here and what he was trying to like look at here was like trying to find out like, you know, the similarities that they had, as I say here, like how alike they were or whatever, and learning more about them. But at the same time, I still stand by what I said. I feel like he was getting too close, and I feel like also at the same time, Ima came first, always. It was Ima first, always, you know? And I'll stand by that. You're still prattling on about that? The invaders are trying to destroy humanity, are evil. Therefore, humanity's defenders are righteous. Every last thing about us is different. We are polar opposites. Evil does not need our sympathy. Please, Kyoshika, calm down. You know what's so crazy about this too? Like, Kyoshika's being very aggressive. But like in these situations, right, and I'm looking at it from a situational perspective, we as players, right, are not in this situation directly, right? We still feel emotions for our characters that we love, and the situation gets scary and tense. But like, Kyoshika in this situation has seen what happened, as you said, seen what happened to Moko. Look at the mission we just went on. We just went through a grueling battle trying to save Ima. I think it's totally understandable that someone would be like, they're evil, they are bad, I hate them. You know, I would never be like, oh, I'm shocked that happened. It makes perfect sense someone would say that. You know, it makes perfect sense that someone would say that. She's right, that's exactly right. I'm sorry I was being overly sentimental. You know what's so crazy about Shoma? He's so adorable and all this stuff that even though, like, I disagree with him on, like, you know, even though, as I said, I felt he was getting too attached, I was, like, very, like, stubborn about the idea of, like, it's Ima first, which I stand by. He still, like, breaks my heart. He still breaks my heart all the time. It's the prisoner's fault that Ima has been kidnapped. How could I sympathize with her? So you're asking yourself that question, but you still sympathize with her, right? But it's the thing where I'm like, he breaks my heart. Shoma breaks my heart. I'm sorry for being such a stupid, creepy trash bag of a you and me. Please don't call yourself that. Shoma, we know Ima isn't here, so there's no reason to stick around anymore. Everyone's probably worried about us. We should go back to the academy for now. We're just going back. We never found Ima, so it's probably going to say it was a waste of a trip. No matter what, right? All this led up to this moment, the tracker, the kidnapping, all this stuff. I think at some point, even if it was a week from now or before that, we were going to travel and find a way to get to this base. Or if it wasn't this base, it'd be another base. We would be looking for another base anyway, right? But even if it's not their main headquarters, I think it's a good thing we took down an invader base. Yeah, exactly. If we left it alone, all the invaders stationed here would have attacked the school eventually. And I genuinely believe that if we didn't have the tracker that Yugen would put on the invader, what would have happened was, legitimately so, I think we would have found any base that was close by and we would have attacked that anyway. I think it would have ended up that way. That alone made it worth doing this. Even discounting the argument, the trip hadn't been a complete waste of time. It was unfortunate we couldn't find Ima. And it's horrible to say as well, but like knowing that Ima isn't here is information. It's information alone, right? We know that he's not here. And that can be terrifying, but at least we know for sure he's not with the prisoner. And he's not here. We successfully suppressed Nozomi's rejection symptoms, and that was a big win for us. That's another victory. Let's go back to our friends at the last defense academy. Kako, if you need to cry, you can cry, by the way, please. If you need to cry, you can cry whenever you want. Legitimately so. And so those of us who entered the invader base confirmed the absence of Ima and the death of our captured commander. We decided to return to the last defense academy and plan our next move. The hours ticked by as we rode along the bumpy roads in the school bus. By the time we finally returned to the school, it was already dark. As we stopped in the parking lot and exited the school bus. Oh, here's the guys. Oh, we don't have Ima with us. Welcome back, guys. Glad to see you're okay. Looks like everything's good here, too. Obviously, you wouldn't be standing here if it wasn't. Another peaceful day, free of haters. It was painfully boring. So where's Ima? I don't see him anywhere. Well, about that, he wasn't at the base. He wasn't? We searched from corner to corner, but we didn't find him. We think he might have been taken someplace else. And the prisoner? We found her, but she was dead already. Turned into a blackened mummy. What, a mummy? I think she was killed by ours. Can I say how sweet it is that everyone like was waiting and showed up when they saw the bus coming in, they all ran down, you know? It shows like how, like, and while like you might say it's a natural reaction to be like, oh, let's all run down and see them. Like, I think it does show how like close people have gotten in our group. You know what I mean? Because I do think like in the first 2 days or the first 2 weeks or the first 3 weeks, that probably wouldn't have happened, right? There wouldn't have been this much of a connection. Lucky girl, I wish we were killing each other right now. Oh, poor Ruby. So you're saying you didn't achieve anything at all? We did achieve some stuff. Hell no, we crushed their base. All their invaders got wiped out. Cutting down their forces that much is a big achievement. Well, whatever. Let's just say you're right. More importantly, we do know where Emo was. Do we know where Emo was taken? Not yet, but we're certain he's still alive. I think it is Ace Attorney logic, right? Ace Attorney logic in terms of detective work. The same with let's use a game from Kodaka, freaking Raincoat logic. Not knowing something is not there is still information. You know what I mean? Hey. Which means we still have a chance to get him back. Yes, I'm not giving up. I'll never give up. I'm with you, Kako. I'm with you. That's right. We'll get him back. Get Ema for sure. Why are you doing this, Nozomi? You're looking a lot healthier. Are you feeling better now? Yeah. I must have recovered during our journey to the base. Sorry for worrying you. It's pretty late. Do you guys mind if we save the details for tomorrow? Good point. I'm exhausted. Have it your way. Consider yourself dismissed for today. The impromptu meeting broke up and we dragged our tired bodies back to room. Everyone's probably wrecked. It was a 2-day trip, basically. A full 2-day trip. Oh, did you hear that crunch at the bed? That's so relatable. I can almost feel it. I'm beat. Back in my room, I fell into the bed. Guess I'll sleep for now. I have to regain at least a little stamina. It took everything I had just to mumble those words to myself. I closed my eyes and still slumped haphazardly on top of the covers. And immediately fell into a deep sleep. That's the thing. We say it all the time. You would just conk out. I used to wonder how in movies people would just sleep anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, especially like, say like Lord of the Rings, Frodo and Sam. And I remember then someone like clarifying, they were like, yo, the reason why Frodo and Sam can just sleep anywhere is because they have literally just like done the biggest amount of exercise in terms of walking, traveling, climbing throughout the whole day. No matter how scared you usually are, you will conk out. You know what I mean? They just spent 2 days fighting, exploring, searching, and having emotional, like, pain. That, like, and I said it all the time, anxiety makes you, like, tired. It does. I woke up to the morning announcement and slowly got out of bed. Phew. I slept like a log, but my body hadn't fully recovered from yesterday's exhaustion yet. I'm not saying, by the way, because anxiety can keep you awake, but I think anxiety that, like, is not relieved, but, like, the aftermath of anxiety is, like, for me, is usually exhaustion. To me, anyway. Like, if I'm worried about something all day, and obviously you're still worried, but I'm saying if you're worried about something all day and then all of a sudden you have like a reason to like, you know, put it to the side for a second, it's like you feel tired. I feel tired anyway. Today's day 74, only 26 days left. It's do or die now. There's no time to relax. For now, I need to consult with everybody about our plans, including what we want to do about Ema. Finally, everyone's here. Let's pick up where we left off yesterday. Tell us in detail what happened. Yeah, of course, well, I told everyone the full story of what we'd experienced at the enemy base. So you had a fight over there after all? That must have been tough. Seriously though, how are we going to get Ema back now? It's a problem, alright. We don't have any leads to tell us where to start looking. Even if we don't go looking for him, it's possible the enemy might bring Ema to us. What do you mean? The invaders are going to use him. I bet that's why they took him in the first place. Use him how? Not like they did with Moko? Now, if all the commanders have different powers, I don't think any of the others have that copy ability. So we know that. So from Yugu's perspective, that can't happen again. My guess is they'll use some other approach. No idea what it'll be yet, though. Maybe they'll turn him into a hideous monster. They'll come crawling back, begging to put out of his misery. Please don't do me. I love you to pieces. I usually just let you say whatever you want, but please don't say that. Yeah, please, Darumi. Stop that. You're scaring Kako. Well, the enemy is going to use Ema in some way that might be their best chance to take him back. Yes, we'll turn around and use their plan against them. I won't let things play out like we do with Moko. This time we won't lose anyone. And there it is again. It's like this thing where it's like past experiences shaping our future experiences. Like, you know, we obviously like had a very, like that day was a day 65 was one of the most horrible days we ever went through. And it's shaping our whole approach to this newer, you know, these newer experiences as well. Whatever slimy tactic they come out with us, we just gotta strike back at them even harder. Anyway, there's no moves for us to make right now. We'll just have to carry out like a normal for now. Kako, are you okay with that? Honestly, I prefer to go looking for Ema right now, but we have no idea where he is. Personally, I would literally, Kako, if you wanted to, I would go on a 10-day exploration with you. No problem. If we don't protect the academy, we won't have a place to come back to. So I'm going to focus on getting stronger and preparing for our chance to save him. I'll work harder and harder and get stronger and stronger. Lady Kako and Kyoshi get very emotional as well. But like, I do think it's very inspirational from Kako as well, but I just hope she knows that it's okay to cry. If she wants to cry, she can cry. And just talk about it as well. Who threw tear gas in here? The smoke's getting in my eyes. It ain't me. That's right. All we can do now is wait for our chance. Our chance is sure to come eventually. The thing that worries me most is how the invaders intend to use Ema. It might be something none of us could even imagine. Hey, Takumi, you okay? Huh? I looked up at the sound and Nozomi's voice is here staring at me in a very sweet way as well. There's something I want to talk to you about. If it's not an inconvenience, could I come to your room later? Sure. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Good, I'll see you later then. With a shy smile, Nozomi wandered off. Looks like your discussion is done here, so I'm gonna go take off for now. Going already? You didn't even eat. Is it too unpleasant to be in the same room as me? No, I just don't have much of an appetite today. There's also a little something I want to check out in the library. Okay, do some research. With that, Eito left to the cafeteria. Actually, an old channel I used to watch used to call going to the bathroom research breaks. I gotta do a research break. I'm done eating too. I'm gonna go train. Fantastic, Kako. And if you need two things. If you need anything, please ask. If you need to cry, there's plenty of shoulders here that will, you know, be that shoulder for you, 100%. In any way. Kako devoured her breakfast in no time at all, rushing out to the room right after. I'm going to go eat in the biolab. I'm in the middle of developing some interesting medication. Look forward to seeing the results. Then Yuga was stood up from his seat and left. What kind of interesting medication does he mean? Maybe something for an upset tummy? That's just regular medication. Guess I'll go work out. You guys stop dicking around and get pumped. We must not fall behind. Holy Jumanji Soul, we're going to train. You know what's so funny about him saying stop dicking around? When someone else says that, it's like, okay, dude, stop dicking around, guys. Okay, you know, like that phrasing. But when Takamaru says it's actually kind of inspirational. You know what I mean? Just because, you know, like his toughness comes from a place of like nurturing beauty. You know what I mean? It really does. Then I guess I'll go to the garage. I have to clean up the prisoner's cage. I'll be going to clean up. Everyone left the cafeteria one after another. They must all have a lot on their minds right now. You probably should work hard and sweat hard. I'm going to enjoy a nice refined tea party alone. Seeing everyone cry is making me feel bleaker and bleaker. Can I say Darumi is so adorable, right? And even here now, like with this face, like I adore them so much because I know they're like aggressive and they like want to kill everyone. They want everyone to kill each other. But that's the thing, right? Like it's like I almost like accept them for who they are right now, and it's like they just like all the time I'm just like they're like the most adorable person in the world. They really are, even with all the stuff that they say as well. But I still worry for her because of course she is like, you know, being very down in the dumps right now, and that's such a bad way to put it because down in the dumps sounds like you're being very flippant about it, but I mean it more in a case of just like there's very clearly something going on in her mind, and I hope eventually she can speak to us about it, you know. You're such a horrible loser. You should just die. Look at you crying. No, Tarumi, don't say this. I want to talk to her so badly. She's clearly very like her mental health is not doing very good. I finished my breakfast and went back to the room to prepare myself for our next battle. But are we going to talk to Nozomi? Okay, I can't just sit around and relax, but first, that must be her. I was going to end the episode, but I think we'll keep going for now. I opened the door as I expected. Nozomi was standing there. Sorry to come by like this. Is now a good time? No problem, come in. Thank you. This is so, like, she's feeling better. Like, I think we've gotten a lot closer. I don't know what this is going to be about. We'll see what it's about. You said you had something you wanted to talk to me about?
Before that, I should get one thing off my chest.
Sure, yeah.
Takumi, Thank
Oh
you.
my god.
So
Are you serious?
much.
No, like obviously Takumi has done a lot. He has done a lot. But this is going to mean so much to Takumi. It means so much to me. Nozomi bowed her head deeply. It's fine. It's embarrassing when you say it like that. More importantly, are you feeling better now? She finally raised her head. Yes, I'm fine now, thanks to you. I'm in perfect shape again. I was skeptical that absorbing Crypticum would actually stop the rejection symptoms. But I haven't had any problems since then. I still can't use Howler Adamant like everyone else though. But it's better. It's good that you're feeling better. That's such a beautiful moment as well. Because again, there's that phrase from that show. Again, I don't like spoiling stuff, so like you can find out for yourself when it is said in the show if you do watch it eventually. But like, a thank you will always mean so much more than a sorry. And why should you need to say sorry for anything? You know what I mean? Like maybe like, but I'm saying like, you know, a thank you is like one of the most meaningful things you can hear. It's so meaningful. I've been thinking. I want to tell you the truth, Takumi. You've helped me so much, I can't keep this a secret anymore. You saved my life, so I'm going to trust you and tell you everything. What I know, what I've been hiding, what separates me from the rest of you. Will you hear me out? Of course. Jeez, come on. Yes, 100%. I'm all ears. This is such a big moment for them as well. I want to keep everything I'm about to tell you a secret from the others, of course. At least until we make it to day 100. You put our trust in us, and I will keep that trust, you know, close to my heart. That's fine. That's why you wanted to be in my room, right? It's just the two of us here. We won't have to worry about anyone else overhearing. It'll all be okay. I'll keep it a secret. I promise, and you can definitely trust Takumi. Okay, thank you. And with that, Nozomi started to tell the story little by little.
I told you some of this earlier, but unlike everyone else, I came to Last Defense Academy of my own volition.
Right.
Yeah, I know that part already.
I did it to fulfill the dream my mother and I shared, but also to get revenge for my mom.
Revenge?
Revenge?
Can I say as well before we go any further, because obviously it's going to get very, very deep here. Again, I love the parallels between the dreams we've been having where like we were sitting in our room and sitting down with Kurata, and now we're sitting down with Nozomi here as well, you know?
My home environment was a little unusual. My father died in a car accident when I was little, and my mom was so busy with work she was almost never home. I was always alone, except when Mom would come home during breaks. She told me a lot about her research.
Baby Nozomi! Freaking adorable!
She was so obsessed with it. I don't think she had anything else to talk about.
Right, so there's an obsession from her mother. I can't believe we're seeing baby Nozomi right now.
She'd say it was just between us, and tell me about all of the things she'd learned.
So from a very young age, she was putting her the idea of these, like, this research into her daughter's head. So obviously it was going to be important to her as she grew up.
About how world death devastated the Earth's surface, and how the Tokyo residential complex was an underground shelter.
So you, from a very young age, you were already very much clued into a lot of this stuff.
Even that humanity was doomed to extinction at the rate things were going. I heard it all from my mom.
A lot to carry when you're that young as well, right?
So you knew all those secrets from a young age?
Yes. At the time, those secrets were one of the few connections I had with her. It was still frightening, though. I cried the first time I heard about it.
As you would. You're a baby. Of course you would. Back then, I didn't really understand what kind of work my mom was doing. That's a lot of pressure to put on your daughter, though. I understand that, like, maybe her mother was obsessed with this, but, like, it's a lot of pressure to put on your daughter. But as I got older, I started to get the better idea. My mom was a researcher working at the Kamakura General Hospital. She's involved in the project to save humanity.
She was so absorbed in the project that she'd forget to eat and sleep.
That's an obsession. That's genuinely an obsession.
To her, it was a mission she poured her entire life into. She'd always tell me she was going to make the project a success and save mankind. And that even though this meant I'd be lonely, we had to do what we could, together.
And again, it's like involving her daughter very early. And again, I understand that this is what Nozomi wants. I'm not trying to say that she doesn't know what she wants. I hope it doesn't sound like that. But obviously, like, you know, it's a big influence to put on your daughter at so young, right? When I was in the upper grades of elementary school, my mom suddenly came to me with a serious look on her face. At this point, she's still only in elementary school. She said she wanted me to work with her to make a project a success. And by work with her, she meant doing experiments on you. She'd reached a crucial stage in her research that would make or break the project. After a series of failures, and upper management refused to give her permission to perform more experiments, preventing her from progressing any further. Oh, dear Lord. That's when they asked me if I'd help with the research. I don't think that with these type of experiments that an elementary school kid should be allowed to be like, hey, yeah, sure, mom, do these dangerous experiments on me, Because usually, like a lot of times in elementary school, some kids will know, you're learning a lot about yourself as well. Of course you will, throughout life and stuff, I guess, and things like this, But I feel like, do you guys sense a bit of and again, I say unintentional manipulation because I think the mother was so obsessed that she didn't even see it as manipulation. She was just almost talking to Nozomi because she loved her research so much that she needed, as Nozomi said, she probably needed someone to talk to about it. But in turn, it probably made Nozomi obsessed with it and think about this all the time too. She was asking to be a test subject, which is crazy, right? That's your daughter. It sounds horrible, doesn't it? But when she asked me, I was happy. Jesus, man. Oh my God.
So proud of my mother.
She's smiling as this is happening. Look at the connection to her blood there as well.
She was a heroine to me, working to save humanity without anyone knowing about it. And I was happy that I could be of use to her.
Of use. That word should never be applied to a daughter, to a mother. Of use. It shouldn't be, ever. It's not about being useful to your... Well, I don't understand that from Zoe's perspective. It is oh, well, she's as she said, she's my hero. But the saying I can never imagine I'm glad I could be of use to you, mother. You know what I mean? It would make me feel icky if I said something like that to my mother.
I thought if I helped out with her research, we would get more time together.
Oh my God! See what I mean? I say unintentional manipulation because I don't because what I'm getting for this is that her mother was so obsessed with her research that she didn't even see forest from the trees. But again, it could have been very intentional as well. But it seems that she was very much obsessed with this research. Her obsession, Nozomi's obsession with the research clearly comes from a want to spend time with her mother more. Because her mother was so dedicated to this freaking stuff. Horrible. And I don't mean to say unintentional because it definitely I think someone could even argue that it's intentional as well, because even though you don't intend to manipulate, how do I say it? Even though your main goal is I'm not trying to manipulate my daughter, I'm trying to just get her to help out with these experiments. Right? That she is so she looks up to you. She would do anything for you. And I think sometimes people will be like that with certain relationships they have where it's I didn't manipulate Tony into stealing that thing from the shop. I didn't manipulate him to doing that. I just said that if he wanted to, he could. And it's yeah, but you knew that he look up to you. You knew that he would do this. You know what I mean? He would have done this.
If you said I'd been brainwashed,
there we go.
Kind of
there
true.
It is. There it is. There it is right there. As you're saying. Now, I say, as I say, in this way that it's it could have been an intentional thing. And again, it was a brainwashing. It was her knowing that she would have done this. But that's kind of confirmation that even in Nozomi's eyes, yeah, it was kind of a brainwashing. There we go. There it is. Which, yeah, I want to say, it counters what I was saying about it. It could have been this thing where she didn't even know she was manipulating her. But also at the same time, as I said, that doesn't really matter because she knows who her daughter is, as we were saying as well. She knows her daughter is, looks up to her. She knows her daughter would feel this way, and it was kind of a brainwashing, as Nozomi says there. There we go. Then on the day the other workers were off, I went to my mom to Kamakura General Hospital.
I helped with her research.
It's crazy subject. To me. It's actually making me kind of flustered, the idea of having to be your own mother's test subject.
And that was the experiment. To transfuse cryptoglobin into you.
It seems like she regretted what she was doing. She apologized and
that's
cried
also
a lot.
very manipulative though to me, right? That's also, but that's okay, then stop. We actually had a good time at the hospital because you wanted to spend time with your mother. Yeah, it is yeah. It's, to me, it's not even unintentional at this point then. It's not even unintentional. I think it is two ways trying to convince themselves that this was a good thing as well. Because it is as I said, it is the same thing as like knowing someone would do something for you and asking them to do it is to me like a form of manipulation as well. Even if like you don't have to do a lot of convincing or stuff to do, you know they would do it for you, and it's something that they shouldn't do, right? Yeah. And even like I had a good time at the hospital. It's like, yeah, you did. You were with your mother, you know? I'd often explored the hospital alone and give my mom a headache. But I don't remember too much from that time, I guess because the rejection symptoms were so rough. That must have been hard for you. Not so much. It didn't really get bad until after that. After that? The critical and transfusion experiments were kept failing, and I kept experiencing rejection symptoms. Even so, the research progressed little by little, but then, just after, I started high school. My mother committed... Oh my freaking god. Oh my god.
In her note to me, which I found after her death, she wrote down some of her research.
I stopped breathing there for a second, guys. That's so horrible.
But upper management didn't really tell her all that much.
To have to go through this at all.
She didn't know how cryptoglobin came to be created. All she'd been ordered to do was find a way to transfuse it without causing rejection symptoms.
She didn't know everything.
She'd been told that if she succeeded at that, she'd be able to save humanity from world death.
How would cryptoglobin save humanity?
According to her suicide note, there were enemies of mankind trying to prevent humanity from surviving world death.
Would that be the people we're fighting then?
My mom was told this power was needed to eliminate those
Holy
enemies.
hell. So she knew that to an extent she knew somewhat that like this would have been obviously not knowing what the enemies were or who the enemies were, but that there was a power to defeat these enemies. And she wrote all again like this is such an F situation. It's such an F situation. Were they talking about invaders? Is that the battle we're involved in now? Like, can you imagine, like, all this time, like, you desperately want to, like, spend time with your mother? And here's the thing, on the baseline of everything, guys, it's, like, going through that, someone taking their own life in your family. Obviously, like, I never, ever would, and I hope it doesn't make it sound like that when I talk about this, because obviously we're coming at the perspective from Nozomi, because we know Nozomi. To have to go through that as the person who does that, and it's not their by the way, I want to make it clear, it's not this thing where I'm saying like, oh, you put your that's not what it is. It's not that at all. I'm not saying that at all, because it's horrible. It's just a horrible situation all around. It is, and I don't think anybody who would do that in that moment is thinking about that, is thinking about like what to leave behind. I never would be there like, oh, you look what you left behind. I never would do that. Never. It's just a really dark situation. I think so, but she didn't include anything more in her note. This is a lot. It is a lot. Enemies of mankind, huh? The invaders were created in order to advance world death. They're basically the personification of world death itself. Does this still hold up as true? But why did she take her own life? Was it because the research wasn't going well? Our experiment was advancing slowly but surely. The rejection symptoms were lessening, and even if I had time to do more, I'm certain we could have pulled off a flawless transfusion. Mom and I were both convinced we could, but at one point she got a notice from upper management. She was ordered to stop her research. Oh my god. Why? They never told her the reason. They just said cryptoglobin transfusions were no longer required. Just like that, the research my mama poured her life into was unceremoniously brought to an end. Can you imagine like being obsessed over a certain amount of research your whole life, dedicating your whole life to it? Even like, the idea of like telling your daughter about this and making her obsess over it as well, and then it's taken away from you. And we know what that happens in life, like with regular research projects, where you could work literally a decade on a research project and the person funding it then goes, we're moving on to something else. You hear stuff like this happening, right? In like medical fields and stuff like this, and it does happen. Can you imagine in this sense as well?
And she blamed
herself. Oh no.
For being unable to succeed with her research, for bringing her daughter into it.
Oh my god, that's so dark. Isn't that so horrible? Because even now that she wasn't able to succeed with this as well, because I bet in her mind when she was crying with her daughter on this table as she was transfusing blood, she was thinking, well, at least I'm going to get results. At least I can get something out of this. At least in the end, this is going to save humanity. And in the end, all the stuff she put her daughter through. And for nothing. In her eyes, anyway, when she wrote this note, for nothing.
I think that guilt is what drove her
Horrible.
to suicide.
So sad to think about. So that's what happened. When Mom died, the first thing I felt, it wasn't sadness, but anger. Anger? Anger at upper management abruptly dropped her research. And anger at my mom for giving up and taking her own life, despite how important she insisted the mission was. Again, there's so many confusing feelings that go along with this situation, right? So many confusing feelings. I've been going on for a while now. Sorry, you're tired of listening? Nozomi. This is a lot, but like, I'm like, how do I phrase this in a way that doesn't sound like, I'm so glad that like you can talk to somebody about this. You know what I mean? That is like, yeah. Should we take a little break? The fact that we're taking a little break, by the way, is a lot, right? The fact that like we even have to take a break is a lot. I say we can keep going for now for sure. Like my heart is pounding, like my head is spinning, but like I feel like, you know, I'm not going to break it up now. It's probably just going to be a much longer episode, guys. Yeah, I'm fine if you're okay. Can you tell me the rest? Man, I actually did take like a minute there. It's like, and again, I know that sounds horrible because it's what, you know, it's Nozomi went through it, but like it's a lot, you know, my head is spinning right now and it's a very horrible situation. After my mother's suicide, I snuck into the Kamakura General Hospital a few times.
I wanted to know why management cut her off. And while I was looking into it, I learned about you and the others.
Oh, for real?
I found information saying a special defense unit of youths with the power of cryptoglobin had been formed.
Interesting.
And that was us.
Yeah.
Maybe another researcher succeeded at the transfusion. Or maybe you had unique qualities that prevented rejection. Whatever the reason, you were all successes. So, my mom and I were no longer necessary.
Isn't that an interesting way to phrase it as well? I don't have any memory of receiving a transfusion. When would we actually have done it? When I first found the Tokyo residential complex to protect Katawa, I could already use Heno Amina. Exactly, yeah. In that case, was it before then? It could be. I looked into it and it turned out the goal of the Special Defense Unit was to eliminate the enemies of mankind and save humanity. It was just like Mom says, when I found that out, I started thinking, if I joined the Special Defense Unit and helped you save humanity, I could redeem my mother to the people who cut off their research. I could prove that my mom and I done wasn't meaningless. So her reason for doing this and her reason for like joining this experiment was just to prove herself and her mom right. So the feelings that her mom had when she took her own life could have been like avenged in some way. And that's why you decided to come here? But how did you get here? Did you find out where the last Defense Academy was during your search? I didn't even know this place existed until I got here. But the last time I stuck into Kamakura General Hospital, I just happened to find you guys. You found us?
Everyone was sleeping inside of these weird machines. As soon as I saw you, I knew you had to be the members of the Special Defense Unit.
Wow.
The youths with the power of cryptoglobin.
Just right away, like, and again, like, I guess she was around this research for so long. Like, you know what I mean? She was. So, like, I feel like her assumptions are more based off, like, educational assumptions, right?
I found you just as you were about to be sent off somewhere. I figured you were going to fight against those enemies of mankind I'd heard about.
She was, in the original picture, was she even in the pod originally? Now that we think about it.
It was an all-or-nothing gamble, but I went inside one of the empty machines.
There's one there at the far, at the bottom right. Next thing I knew, I'd arrived at the second to last Defense Academy. These machines. They must have been those capsules in the weird classroom, right? So we were all put inside those and sent here from Kamakura General Hospital? I think they stopped working because they fully served their purpose. So that's the pods we'd seen this whole time, of course. I've got to say, going through all that to get here was really reckless of you. It sounds like a very big determination here. Even I never imagined that things would work out so well. But now I've made it here, I want to fulfill the dream that my mom and I share. I'll fight the enemies of mankind, and when humanity has been saved, I'll go to my mom's grave. And I'll proudly tell her what we achieved here. That's her full goal. To literally prove her mother right. To make her mother's feelings when she died change, basically. Like, change those feelings, or at least, like, avenge those feelings, right? Because you can't change how her mother felt at those moments, but, like, make all those feelings, like, from beyond, make her feel like... Because she's going to go to the grave, make her mother feel like from wherever she is now in her mind, in Nozomi's mind, that, like, what she did wasn't for nothing. That's why you have such a strong determination to fight. Actually, I'm surprised you guys were kept in the dark for so long. I never imagined you wouldn't even know about the cryptic globe, and that's why I couldn't tell you about my past. Huh? What do you mean? At first, you all resented being brought here, seeing as no one told you anything. If only one of us knew the circumstances, the others would inevitably be suspicious. That is true. And then if everyone found out my mother was a researcher, they might even have suspected me of being behind all of this. Again, not an unfair assumption. So that's why you decided to hide it. I couldn't let myself be kicked out due to suspicion after everything I've done to get here. But it was painful to keep everybody, because I felt like I was being deceptive. But didn't you notice once you snuck in? I don't really know why, but he didn't seem to notice. Even when he found out I couldn't use him anima properly, he just provided me a special combat suit, which is crazy interesting as well. When things like this happen, and that's the artificial class armor you use, things probably would have been different if I'd met Sorei first. That's pretty true, actually. I wonder if Sorei would have been more strict about it. Niga was really nonchalant about all of it. I still don't understand why no one told us of any of this. I don't even remember receiving a cryptoglobing transfusion. All I know is when I went to the Tokyo residential complex, got attacked, and suddenly able to use this mysterious power. About that, I haven't been able to ask you until now, but... Did the complex really get attacked? I never heard anything about that. You didn't? How is that possible? The whole place was in chaos. Everyone else experienced it. How could you not? That's such an interesting question as well. Oh, that's why it's so strange. I wonder why I didn't notice. Maybe it's not a case of noticing or not. Maybe she just forgot it, like how we all forgot about our transfusions? I may have gone on a tangent there, but that's the end of my story. This is really everything I've told you everything about me. Now, Takumi. I see I'm still shocked and confused, but anyway. Thank you for telling me. Not at all. I feel relieved to get it off my chest.
It may be a coincidence that I met you all here, but I think of everyone as good
Oh
friends
my
now.
god. Same! This is a lot. This is a ton of, like, info, like, put on us right now.
I really love all of you.
Nozomi! I feel that way about our team too.
It pains me to keep hiding things from the others, but I still want to fight as a part of this team.
That is beautiful, and I love having you here. We all love having everyone here.
Well, it's not like you're lying, per se, or even being deceitful, really.
Yeah.
We have 26 days left. You can tell them the truth when it's over.
Yes, and I think everyone will be relieved that it's over. We can tell them then.
When we've saved humanity and gotten our happy ending, they'll forgive you for being a little secretive.
Yeah, and if they don't, like, come on, guys. Like, legitimately so. Like, this is a heavy story with a lot going on here as well.
Yeah, I hope so.
Anyway, no matter how many unsolved mysteries there are, it's all coming to an end in 26 days.
That's so crazy. The first 26 days went by in a flash, right? They went by in a flash.
Cryptoglobin, the invaders, world death, saving humanity, even the problems with our memories. None of that really matters. Not if things end happily. Let's keep protecting the school until day 100. We'll all work together to make it happen.
Heck yeah. Takumi saying the right things here as well, right? Like, not like... And again, I know he wouldn't have, and many characters probably wouldn't have either, but like you know, not shaming her for not telling the truth or not giving out information, not telling her that she was wrong. You know what I mean? Understanding, listening to her. This is a very heavy topic. And I feel like he did the right thing in letting her speak, right? He inputted to ask questions to maybe, like, you know, clarify some things. but he didn't react in a very like over the, crazy way, or didn't like, even if he was, because even me, like, I felt a bit like, like, oh my God, that was a lot. My head was spinning. I was feeling like, it was like, oh my God, not literally spinning, but you know what I mean? When you feel a little bit like, oh, this is a lot, but like he did it in a way that like was very respectful as well to her, because this is a tough story to hear about. And I'm very, very happy that Takumi, like, is there for her as well.
We'll be fine. It's weird, but I have a feeling it'll be okay.
Hopefully. Is it weird that this one line gave me anxiety? Is that weird? That this one line just made I have a feeling in the pit of my stomach now.
Yeah, for sure.
Whew. Ever since I accepted that Nozomi and Kato are different people, I feel like I've been able to bond with Nozomi 100%. I'm really happy that we can trust each other as allies in battle. I'm going to save humanity with her and get back to Tokyo Residential Complex. Then I can return my peaceful life. After talking so much, I'm thirsty. Talk to me, how about we have some tea in the cafeteria? Sure, I'm parched. That sounds pretty nice, right? That sounds super nice. I think it's probably like not a terrible idea maybe to end the video coming up here. Nozomi and I left the room and spent some time chatting over tea in the cafeteria. Eventually we parted ways and I once again returned to my room. Okay, lovely sweet moment. Okay, I thought we were going to have like a bit of a heavier topic going on here again. Nozomi's story was so shocking, but it really helped me organize my thoughts. And anyway, instead of racking my brain over things I don't understand, I'm going to concentrate on defending this place for the remaining 26 days. Then everything will come to a happy end. I'll do whatever it takes to get us there. I decided to stop running around for the day and spend some quiet time in my room. So ended the 74th day at the last Defense Academy. Whoa, they passed by a day. Very interesting. Yeah, we're going to end the video come up. Oh, I thought it like...
Be ready to give your...
Okay. That was a lot. It's morning. Guess I should head to the cafeteria. We're going to end the video here, guys. And let's talk about some of the stuff that happened here. Nozomi's story is one of the most like harrowing and like emotionally charged stories that we've heard. And there's a lot of emotionally charged stories we've heard here as well. We have a character here who has been through so much and has known about this thing for so long. And can you imagine all the stuff we've been through with, losing Moko, with the horrible attacks that have been happening, the end of like the second to last Defense Academy, all these crazy stuff that's been happening with us. And then you are the one person who knows more than anyone else, and you're thinking to yourself, they're going to think I'm a traitor. They're going to think I'm an enemy. You hear how everyone talks about enemies and traitors, right? The idea of like, they're like, even Kyoshika, like they deserve to die, and we do, even if like I genuinely believe that no one would actually like hurt Nozomi, in your mind tells you things different than what reality could be. This person hates me, but they don't actually hate you. This person wants to be gone. They don't actually want you gone. Your mind can do that as well. So she has this burden through this whole time of her thinking this way, and it probably is like a very like, I know it's a horrible situation. She was from a very young age, in my opinion. There was manipulation going on there with her mother that came from a very like high emotional state that her mother had as well. It's very clear that her mother knew what was happening with her daughter was wrong. It's very clear that she knew that her daughter would agree to this. The crying over the table as she's getting experimented on, to me, screams the idea of like, I know this is not the right thing to do, but I have to do it. And in her mind, she probably convinced herself, if I don't do this, then humanity's done for. Humanity's done. But what actually happened in the end was a very horrible ending to this, was that because her research ended, and because she didn't get to see any of this research fulfilled, she then believed not only that she couldn't save humanity, and she spent so much time, years, her daughter's toddler life, her elementary school life at the very least, and from the picture at the end, also her teenage years as well. She spent obsessing over this experiment and this research, to the point that her daughter, to spend time with her mother, wished to be experimented on. That is dark as anything, guys. It's so dark. And in the end, now Nozomi knew a lot about this, right? But the only thing, obviously, like she like that that we should be focusing on now is getting to that 100 day. I do agree with Takumi and Nozomi that like telling everyone now does not make any sense. You're muddying the waters. You're making things a little bit more difficult than they have to be. I think it makes perfect sense to leave it for now. I do. I think that's probably the best way to go about it, in my opinion. I know some people might disagree. For me personally, I think the best way to go about it would be to like forget about it for now. That's my take. But whether like obviously like it's some people might might disagree with that. Now I will say as well that like it's a really cool reveal, the idea that Nozomi like saw us before we even got sent off. That's when she jumped into the pod. She has this determination in her to like really prove her mother right. But it's a really dark story. It's a really dark life that she's had, even though she probably doesn't see it that way fully. For me, from the outsider's perspective, and I'm glad Takumi could have easily been like, that's disgusting and that's horrible, and what happened there, well, like, it shouldn't have happened, and like, that, oh my god, like, I can't believe you went through that, because that's not what Nozomi needed to hear in that moment as well. Nozomi wanted to express all the stuff and let it all out. She wanted to let it all out, have someone else that she knows that she can trust and shows that she can trust Takumi. I think Takumi did the right thing here in listening. Just listening, and then at the end telling her, hey, it's okay. We'll get through the last 26 days and we'll figure everything out from there. Right? I think he did the right thing. I think Takumi is a fantastic protagonist. As we said a million times before, he's not perfect in any way, shape, or form, but he's the best, one of the best protagonists I've ever seen, and one of the best people that we could have in this Last Defense Academy, helping people out as well. And he has the trust in Nozomi, and he trusts Nozomi as well. A really dark, interaction there, but I think it's good that Nozomi was able to get that off her chest. Thank you guys for we also have like all the stuff with like, geez, so much happened this episode. We also have the stuff that happened with the invasion. Ima is still out there. Kako is obviously like rightly still upset. We still have to find Ima. The prisoner is gone. They were destroyed by their own kind, and Shoma is obviously very, very worried about that too. We still have to go and find Ima as well. There's that too. Sorry, like it's not even that like it wasn't important. It's just that like it feels like we've done like 2 episodes worth of stuff here. I would cut it, but I feel like the pacing of this mission makes sense in this way, where it's like we had that big moment. She cured her sickness, and then she felt like she needed to say this stuff as well. So I think we'll put all to one episode, guys, and it might be a bit long. It might be like 2 hours 10 minutes, but if you guys like having longer videos every once in a while, please let me know, and we can definitely keep that going. For now, guys, I'm gonna say thank you so much to Never Can the Pay the Baby Gangster on Patreon for being so fantastic, and that Patreon list is Tyfire 2, Jamie Bull, Janet Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, Yule, Radish, Anusta, Devtrap, Lynx Markey, Yassassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Heck, Leon, Hike Kasparian, Jared Beanham, and the highest tier of my YouTube, Royal Gamer 7 and Blasco. And I'll see you all so soon. Bye bye.